I see they've gone through some both, and it's hard. I really can second guess it a lot. It breaks my heart where I'm like, this shit would never happen if, you know, I wasn't in this life.
And how it happens, you know, it happened in Miami, in a friend of mine's home, which he allowed me to have the wedding, beautiful home by the canal. And it was in Miami, and we had like 250 people, like her family, my family, some friends. It was crazy. It was a beautiful wedding, you know, it was outside, beautiful ceremony. She looked, you know, stunning. I looked stunning. And it was good. It was hot because it was in February, and it was like in the middle of the summer, pretty much in Miami. And it was amazing. We started at 2 o'clock, I believe, and it ended until like 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, paparazzi, they were there, you know, trying to take pictures, you know, filming, you know, over the fence. I mean, it was a great experience. You know, it was happy, it was sad, because you can see her like tears, you know, when she was getting married. I cried because I couldn't believe it. You know, I was totally in love. We were totally in love.
But head down to the comments and let me know which of the two clips you feel he's talking about someone that he has respect for, that he looks up to, and which one he's talking about someone where he doesn't really have that same amount of respect.
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. After months of speculation, the pair are calling it quits.
Okay, so let's start with the bombshell that's got everyone talking. J-Lo and Ben Affleck are reportedly splitting up their $60 million mansion. And get this, there's no prenup. That's right, this breakup is about more than just broken hearts. We're talking serious cash on the line. But honey, that's just the tip of the iceberg in this celebrity drama roller coaster. Word on the street is that J-Lo might have just pulled a fast one on Ben Affleck. And who's spilling the tea? None other than her exes, Marc Anthony and A-Rod. They're not just talking, they're practically shouting from the rooftops about what really goes down behind closed doors with Jenny from the block. Let's start with Marc Anthony, J-Lo's ex-husband and father of her twins. Apparently, he's been watching J-Lo's relationship roller coaster with a mix of frustration and concern that's spicier than a jalapeno margarita.
You understand what I'm saying? And they're used to me traveling and Jennifer traveling, and you know, we Skype all the time, and you know, trying to maintain that presence. They're still young, you know what I mean?
Do you love Jennifer?
I'll always love Jennifer. Yeah. I always love Jennifer. She knows it.
Sources say Marc's been front row to J-Lo's love life spectacle, and he's not exactly thrilled. It's not just about her jumping from one high-profile romance to another faster than I change outfits. No, it's about how all this attention is affecting their kids. Can you imagine being a teenager and seeing your mom's love life splashed across every tabloid and gossip site? Talk about awkward. Marc reportedly reached his breaking point with J-Lo's latest reunion with Ben Affleck. Remember when Bennifer 2.0 hit the scene? Everyone was all hearts and flowers, but Marc was seeing more red flags than a bullfighting arena.
It's not the end of that. It's not. This is not a funeral. This is not a burial. This is not. You understand? This is just two people who came together and just realized. You understand what I'm saying? That it wasn't sustainable the way it was, and that's that.
But it wasn't one thing. It wasn't American Idol. It wasn't her working out there. It wasn't.
You know, I think anybody will tell you, you know, how I supported her. You know, from day one.
Now, you might be thinking, but don't Marc and J-Lo have this whole co-parenting thing figured out? Well, honey, this Bennifer situation is putting some serious strain on that relationship. It's like trying to keep a house of cards standing in a hurricane. Marc's reportedly feeling like J-Lo's prioritizing her love life over the kids' well-being, and that's causing more drama than a Real Housewives reunion. This isn't just contained to their personal lives, it's spilling over into J-Lo's career faster than a knocked-over glass of rosé. Get this, J-Lo's been working on this big project called The Greatest Love Story Never Told, but it might end up being the greatest disaster story ever told if things keep going this way. Why? Because apparently J-Lo is having a harder time getting other celebs to work with her than I have trying to get a reservation at Nobu on a Saturday night. The biggest blow? Anthony Ramos, the rising star from In the Heights, reportedly turned down a role in J-Lo's project. Ouch! That's gotta sting more than a bikini wax. But here's the kicker. Rumor has it that Ramos cited J-Lo's relationship with Marc as the reason for passing. Can you imagine that phone call? Yikes. Now let's talk about A-Rod, J-Lo's ex-fiancé and baseball superstar. He's not just sitting on the sidelines watching this Bennifer drama unfold. No, he's got some thoughts, and they're about as warm and fuzzy as a cactus. Word on the street is A-Rod's feeling pretty salty about how things went down with J-Lo. Can you blame him? One minute he's planning a wedding, the next he's watching J-Lo reunite with her ex on every magazine cover. That's gotta sting more than a bad spray tan. But here's where it gets juicier than a ripe peach. Sources close to A-Rod are saying he thinks J-Lo might have played Ben. Yeah, you heard that right. A-Rod reportedly believes J-Lo took advantage of Ben's feelings. It's like he's saying, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Think about it. A-Rod was with J-Lo for years. He knows her better than most people know their Netflix passwords. So when he's hinting that she might not be as invested in this relationship as Ben is, people are listening like it's the hottest new podcast. A-Rod's not just talking to his buddies about this. He's taking it to social media like a true millennial. After J-Lo filed for divorce from Ben, A-Rod posted something that got everyone talking faster than a viral TikTok dance. He shared this cryptic message: "You either go one way or the other. You might as well be the one deciding the direction." He didn't mention J-Lo by name, but come on, the timing was more obvious than a bad toupee. Sources are saying A-Rod's not just watching this drama unfold, he's enjoying it more than I enjoy a good sheet mask. One insider even said A-Rod feels like karma had done her job. Ouch, that's some serious shade, hotter than the Sahara at high noon. It's like A-Rod sitting back, grabbing the popcorn, and watching J-Lo's love life implode like it's the latest blockbuster movie. Is it petty? Maybe. But can you really blame the guy? He went from planning a future with J-Lo to watching her jump back into Ben's arms faster than you can say Jenny from the block. And get this, A-Rod reportedly described the time after his breakup with J-Lo as the worst year of his life. But why is A-Rod so convinced that J-Lo's not being genuine with Ben? Well, it might have something to do with how quickly she moved on. It's like she changed relationships faster than I changed my nail color. Now, let's not forget about Ojani Noah, J-Lo's first husband. He's been spilling some serious tea lately, saying J-Lo only truly loves one person, herself. Ouch, that's a burn hotter than my flat iron on max setting. Ojani didn't hold back, saying, "She went from Jen to being J-Lo, this big business bringing in millions." He continued, "I wish her and Ben the best, but I'm not convinced it will last. I think she's someone who will be married 7 or 8 times. I can't see her ever settling down with one person. She pushes herself to constantly go forward in her professional life, which is why she's had a 3-decade career, but she also moves on in her private life." Now, let's talk about the breakup that's got everyone buzzing like a swarm of bees. It was J-Lo and Ben's first wedding anniversary, but instead of popping champagne, they were filing for divorce. Talk about a plot twist. The divorce papers spilled more tea than a British afternoon social. The separation date? April 26, 2024. That means they'd been living separate lives for months before making it official. Guess happily ever after had an expiration date shorter than my last juice cleanse. Here's where it gets really wild. J-Lo decided to file for divorce without a lawyer. That's right, she's going pro-per, as they say in legal speak. This move has got everyone scratching their heads more than a bad case of dandruff. Is J-Lo in such a hurry to move on that she's willing to risk millions? Or does she think she's got this in the bag like it's a Birkin? And get this, J-Lo's waiving spousal support for both of them. Now, some might call that admirable, but others are wondering what's really going on. Is she trying to make a clean break, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Word on the street is that J-Lo and Ben have been in intense negotiations for months. Apparently their communication has gotten so bad, it's like they're speaking different languages. Maybe that's why J-Lo decided to go lawyer-free. She figured she couldn't do any worse on her own, but here's the thing. Without a prenup and with all these shared assets, this divorce could get uglier than a bad 90s fashion trend. Legal experts are already predicting it'll be more complicated than trying to understand the plot of Inception. There's been chatter that J-Lo was so desperate to lock things down with Ben that she refused a prenup. That's how hard she was trying to prove that this time it was for real. And now, rumor has it, Ben's slowing down the divorce because he's looking to cash in. He might be coming for half of everything she's made while they were together. Talk about a plot twist. Now let's talk numbers, because this isn't just about love, it's about cold, hard cash. Together, J-Lo and Ben are worth around $640 million. That's enough to buy a small country or, you know, a really nice yacht. But here's the kicker. J-Lo owns a whopping 70% of that fortune. She's sitting pretty on $450 million, all thanks to her global domination in the music and film industry. We're talking about over 80 million records sold, with her On the 6 tour raking in a cool $765K, and her Dance Again World Tour pulling in over $50 million. So she's not just breaking records, she's shattering them like a disco ball at a New Year's Eve party. And then there's her paycheck. J-Lo isn't just about the art, she's got the business side on lock tighter than my skinny jeans after Thanksgiving dinner. She usually bags around $9 million per film, and just to give you some perspective, she got $1 million for her breakout role in Selena. Oh, and when she's not on the big screen, she's killing it as a judge on American Idol, pulling in a sweet $2 million per season. That's more than I spend on coffee in a year. Okay, maybe a month. Now let's switch gears to Ben. Compared to J-Lo, Ben's fortune is a little more modest, hovering between $150 million and $190 million. But don't sleep on him, he's still got some serious cash flow. His property near Savannah, where they got hitched, is worth over $7 million. And together, they've splurged on a $64 million mansion. We're talking 8 bedrooms, 11 baths, and a jaw-dropping 16,000 SQFT of pure luxury on a 1.13-acre compound. It's like a small city, but with better closet space. As for his income, Ben pulls in around $22 to $24 million annually, mostly from his work as a filmmaker, actor, and brand endorser. His movie paychecks range from $12 million to $15 million, and just to flex a little, his earnings from playing Batman in 2014 alone were worth $35 million, but that's before you count his gambling debts. Yikes. Fans have their theories, and they're not holding back. Some are saying maybe that's why she canceled that tour. She saw the writing on the wall and knew she would have to split that money. Another wrote, "He planned this rush to the altar without a prenup, let her buy the house, and now he's going to wring her out." Ouch! The shade is real, people. But let's not forget, this isn't just about J-Lo and Ben. There's the whole public image thing. J-Lo's been through more high-profile breakups than I've had hot dinners. Is this going to be the one that finally tarnishes her Golden Girl image? Or will she somehow spin this into another comeback story bigger than her iconic Versace dress moment? So, what's next for J-Lo? Looks like our girl's got some serious thinking to do. Her exes are spilling tea left and right, and it's not exactly sweet. From Marc to A-Rod to Ojani, they're all singing the same tune. J-Lo's got commitment issues bigger than my shoe collection. But here's the thing, can J-Lo bounce back from this? Her image is taking more hits than a piñata at a birthday party, and folks are starting to wonder if there's more to her than just glitz and glamour. Plus, with her career on the line, she might need to do some damage control faster than I can say on the floor. And what about her love life? Will she ever settle down, or is she destined to keep playing musical chairs with Hollywood's hottest bachelors? Maybe it's time for J-Lo to take a good hard look in the mirror. Is this just who she is, or can Jenny from the block change her ways? Drop your thoughts in the comments, babes. Is J-Lo the victim here, or is she playing games with people's hearts? And what do you think about Ben in all this? Is he the wronged party, or is he trying to cash in on J-Lo's success? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because things are heating up faster than my curling iron and you won't want to miss a single sizzling detail. You are watching BiBiTea. Goodbye.